things that your, I don't know, your word is based on, your reality is based on.
You would just change your worldview. That's not your sanity. It would be
Yeah,
truth.
you like it's like you pull out bricks from the foundation of a house. Oh, it would just really change the structure of the house. Sounds like just a change of the house.
Right? But what can it be?
I don't know, many things you can think about yourself. I'm not gonna do it for you. I'm not gonna come with examples because I have an idea that you would just question them. So I don't know, just accept that there are some things that you cannot process. I mean, look at the people out there. Most of the people cannot even process the simplest thing in their lives. And they
Okay.
break down instead of processing.
So?
So yeah, there are some things that are impossible to process.
No, it's not impossible, just we are not prepared to process. It's certainly not impossible.
That's impossible. It's impossible.
Why?
Okay, now listen. So, I have a 60 years old motorbike. It can do maximum 50 kilometers per hour, and my goal is to take 100 with it. I try and try and try, and I give up because I can't. It's impossible to do it.
Okay.
And you go like, oh no, if you use another bike, then it could be. No, that's the bike you have. That's the equation. You cannot do 100 miles, 100 kilometers an hour, because that's what it does. So like, oh, but someone else could or whatever. No, you can't. There are some things that you can't process.
Okay, but
It
I'm
doesn't
still
matter
talking
that
about
if you
the
could,
I'm still
if you
talking about
went
the same
through
bike.
mental training. The what?
I'm still talking about the same bike, the same people. So there's no
Yeah.
impossibility here. We are just not trained to easily process these things.
There is impossibility. You can. If you change your engine, yeah, then you could, but it's a could, that's not a can. You can't. It's could. You see, you're talking about could. You're living in the world of could.
What could? No, we can't. We can't.
This, if you learn how to
It's
do
the
that,
same hardware.
no.
It's the same hardware. You just have to.
No.
You're dealing with software. You're
It doesn't
dealing with the
matter.
mind.
It doesn't matter. It was an example. It doesn't need to be for software and hardware. The example was what it was.
Okay, well you
Because
wouldn't change.
bikes don't have software. So if you change in many ways and you learn how to deal with things, then you can deal with things now. Yes, then. But as it is now, you can't. You see, that's what I'm talking about, actuality. I'm talking about actuality, and you're talking about, I don't know, fantasy.
Why fantasy?
So, if I come across a situation, the unprocessable thing, and I want to process it, I may break down, I may lose my sanity over it, and you go like, but you don't have to, because you could learn this and that.
Well, yeah,
and
you might learn
The
from it.
situation is right now, Potato, the situation is happening right now. I'm just about to find out the truth, the improcessable thing that
But how is it impossible? How will it collapse your own reality? Talking to buyer.
I already explained it. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about an example.
All right.
So there you are in a situation. So let's call it Joe. Let's call it Billy. No, that's even worse.
All right. What's it, Billy?
Yeah, whatever. So there's Billy, and Billy is about to find out something that he cannot process. So, because it would question and make collapse many things of his reality. It would make him question his whole world, his person, his people, many things. So it would make him lose half his sanity. He would lose his mind over it.
No, he would lose half of his worldview.
Because he cannot process it, because it would compromise so many things. And you go like, no, you can process it if you do this and this. But it's a code, it's not actuality. It's like
Why?
you could if you learn this and this and this, and then you time travel back when it happens. You see, it's not actuality. It's not real. It's a code word.
Alright. So
So there is like you can't go with 100 kilometers an hour with a bike. You could if you try now. It's impossible. It is.
okay? What's the story that Billy can deal with some? He has to deal with something he can deal with. That's the story. I don't know what
No,
I
Billy
should
is
come.
about to find out the truth that would
He can
question
process.
his
Yeah,
beliefs.
that he can process.
Sorry?
So yeah. So
That would question his beliefs.
all right. So what
Do you
Billy
understand
does?
how it works?
Yeah.
Like you have you have a foundation of your personality, your beliefs, and all those things. Like if you shake those, then you are compromised. Like you are
Yeah.
altering the Windows files while the Windows is running, right?
Yeah.
So you cannot alter those things. That's why it's very difficult for many people to like, oh, you could change your personality like this and that, then you would have a better life. But people cannot really alter their personality because probably there's some protocol in there that doesn't let you alter, the personality is what is running currently. At least that's the way I imagine how the brain works, right? So you cannot touch those things because those are system files.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to do that. And you can, but it's risky. And most people, they just don't even go that far and they don't try. And they could if they tried hard, they put effort in it, hours, days, weeks, I don't know, studies, but that's good. Until they don't do that, then they can't. Like, so you cannot change basic parts of your personality because you are dependent. As I said, it's the foundation. You cannot fuck around with the foundation because if you remove those, then the house may collapse. You can replace, in a building of a house, you can replace the foundation, theoretically, I suppose, if you straight away replace them, but I suppose that's a very difficult thing to do, right? So you cannot change the foundation of your beliefs and your personality. I mean, you
Yeah.
can, but not easily.
And that's why actually that the way is to take the house apart, to break down the beliefs, the bricks, each by each,
I'm sorry?
and after you break down the unnecessary stuff, take apart the bricks, and after you get to the foundation, he's not gonna collapse. To first remove what's on the top of the foundation.
So you need to remove all your personality.
No, not all your personally, but the things that you don't need. We call these agreements that you don't need. They're part of the programming that
So
you
you
don't
need to get rid of everything you know. Yeah, I heard it somewhere. Maybe in the Doctor Strange. You need to get rid of everything you know, and then you can learn how to do magic. Yeah. Yeah, but in reality, I don't even know. Do you have to do that?
The remove pieces, yeah. That's
You remove everything you know.
Not everything,
Disregard everything you know. That's
No, you don't
the
disregard
house. You're talking
everything.
about the whole house. That's everything you know. But if you stay with the example or the metaphor, then
Yeah.
stay with it because removing everything over the foundation is everything you know. The foundation is your personality, and
No, the
you
whole
just said you
whole
remove
thing is
everything
your
you know.
whole thing is your personality.
No, in my example, the foundation is a personality.
And what is the house?
I don't know, things you know,
How is that part of your personality? Of your ego?
because
your
things you know are
person?
not the part of your personality.
Alright.
Yeah, like that's I don't know. That's to me it's very obvious that your personality is not the things you know. Like I know that that door right there is transparent. It has nothing to do with my personality.
It's inside that. Inside everything,
No.
inside your ego.
For me,
That's it's yeah.
personality is who you are, not the things you know.
But what makes you act the way you are? The way you act. What makes who you are? Your ego.
No, I don't know what's that. Say it in normal.
Yourself, your mind, some of your knowledge.
Yeah, let's not go into this ego stuff because that's I don't get it. I disagree with it. So let's just stay with the subject.
All right. So
there are situations that are or truths or facts, information that is about
lots of things that's really hard to process and certainly really hard to face,
impossible.
but impossible. I don't think so. That's why
Like
we
in a
have these
normal
things.
world, not like in Doctor Strange world, not like when you can mix up present, future and past. I'm talking about normal world when things are actually happening.
What do you mean mix up future, present, and past?
Okay, so I wanna climb in the flat through the balcony. All I need is a very long ladder. Can I climb in the balcony?
The one? I don't know.
I don't have a long ladder. No one has long ladders in the neighborhood.
Okay.
I have 10 minutes to climb in. Can I?
I don't know. Can you? No. Yes.
I can't without a long ladder, so it's impossible to climb in. Because I didn't find a long ladder. That's why I didn't climb in the
Climb
balcony.
it without the ladder.
You can't.
Why?
It's unclimbable. Because it's too steep. There's no way to do it. It's
Okay.
complete suicide. So you can't. All you need is a long ladder, but without that it's completely impossible. You could do it with a long ladder. Can you do it without?
Then no.
No, it's impossible.
So
So I'm about to climb in the balcony, but it's impossible for me right now.
why?
So that's an impossible situation
Why?
because of the reasons that I just explained.
But what's with this
Right.
wall and stuff? Like, why?
Unclimbable.
Okay, but
It's a steep fucking wall.
okay. So
So I can do it.
okay, but you can deal with
With a
things.
ladder I could, but that's a cool, that's not a can.
Yeah, but still you can deal with whatever you deal with.
No, there are some
Someone-
things that you cannot deal with. It would compromise too much of you.
And there comes
would
traumas and
compromise too
how
much
it
of your
crush you,
beliefs.
but are you talking about traumas?
Sorry?
You're talking about traumas and such.
Uh,
Dealing with traumas.
you can call it that. It's a situation that would crash many of your beliefs, you know. And what does that make?
So it's certainly
What does
hard
that
to
mean?
deal with traumas, not impossible.
No, it would cause a trauma.
Okay.
Eventually, probably, you would deal with the trauma, but it's like you suffer PTSD or you lose a leg and you have to learn how to walk again. You still lost a leg, you still spent months and years